Ron, the other side of reality. Men say he's cool and he makes the women drool.
Hello, kiddies. So it's only one day some horror, right? Did you know a new horror movie from the first to the 31st? Yeah. Trippy, so trippy. Hello, welcome to my 31 Days of Horror. Forgive me, but I had to give up my demon for this human facade because human beings known as demon hunters come after me. So if I keep the demon form up for long periods of time, so I don't want that to happen. So, hello, welcome to my 31 Days of Horror, where I talk about a new horror movie I watch. And each day in October, and we're on day 7, people, 7? It's a full week of watching horror movies that are crazy and nutty, and today I watched one called X-Ray, or the more cooler title, Hospital Massacre. See, I find now horror movie names are kind of tame compared to back in the day. You got stuff like Horror Movie Massacre, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Amityville Horror, you know, now you got stuff like Annabelle, Conjuring, you know, it's all like stuff. Anyway. So yeah, this is, X-Ray is an odd movie. It's absurdly weird, I must say, but the plot of this movie is weird. Okay, so the movie begins, this brother and sister are playing with a train. Okay, there's pre-internet, so we had to do our own stuff back in the day, right? So, they're playing with a train, this kid's outside watching them play, and he knocks on the door, and while he knocks, he leaves this red envelope and he takes off. Because this is during Valentine's Day, right? So, little girl goes outside, hello? No one's there. She's like, oh, red envelope, goes inside, opens it up, and it's a Valentine from Henry. And she's like, Henry? You know, they're like 9. She crunches it up, and she's like, Henry, I can't believe it. And just throws it down, and Henry's ticked. He's angry. And he's so angry that he holds the grudge. Which is kind of funny to think about. He's angry that something's going to happen when he's 9. He can't get past the fact that she rejected him at 9 years old. He holds this grudge for years until he can extract his revenge in this absurd way where it involves a hospital. Because what happens is, years later, Susie, because that's her name, because it says at the beginning of the movie, the house, it says Susie's house, so she goes to the hospital. And and she has to go there because she's supposed to get a checkup done. And she's there, and she meets her husband and her child. I don't even know why, because, to be honest, it doesn't really go into the story, and her husband's angry at her for some reason. He's carrying, a knife. It's just weird. It doesn't go anywhere, so I don't even know why I even brought that up. She's about to be engaged, and she's like, I have to go to the hospital to get a checkup. Shouldn't take long. Right? That she actually talks like that. That's my girl voice, you know? So, yeah, I can, I'm like, oh my god, I can do, the Valley one, too, but I'm not going to do that right now. So, no. So she goes to the hospital, and when she's at the hospital, there's a dude there who starts killing people. And kind of like the psycho way, because he has a knife, so he kills them, there's blood. And when he's doing that stuff, when the killer's doing the killing thing, because it's an 80s slasher, when he's doing his business in the hospital, the movie spun is great. However, there are points where it kind of drags, and it drags when she goes to the hospital, and see, the killer's there, and he changes her X-ray, hence the name. It'd be cool, though. That's not a minor, I don't know, this is just something I'm just putting out there, but it'd be interesting if you had a boyfriend or something, or a friend of yours was dating someone, or you had a girlfriend that was named Ray. I don't know if you did, but they'd be your ex, and you'd be like, X-Ray. And you'd be like, yeah, X-Ray. And I don't know if that means anything. It does be kind of cool. It's also kind of cool that the wind's blowing right now, so it looks look awesome with this hood on. Like the wind is so wicked. Anyway, get back to the movie. So, she's there, and the killer changes her X-ray. So rather than her going there, get a checkup, and then take off, because the X-rays are saying that she's really bad and she's ill, that they must keep her there for observation. Your words, your human words are so weird. English. Sick and sick. It's weird. Like, sick means good, but sick also means so it's, I don't understand. Like, you know, anyway, getting back to my thingy here. So, yeah. So he changes the x-rays, so she has to stay at the hospital. I have to say it's kind of cool. But everyone in this movie is weird. Like, once she gets into the hospital, you swear to God, the hospital almost feels like an insane asylum. There's a drunk guy walking around with a friggin' flash taking shots. And I'm like, what's he doing walking around in the hospital? You know, you get these 3 old ladies are all like, you're like one of them's knitting or something crap. You're like, what are you doing here, dear? You know, like, you know, and they're always in people's business and garbage like that. And the doctors, they're like robotic and they're mean, you know, because she's trying to tell him she wants to leave. And the doctor's like, I have to stay here. And she's like, tell me. And he's like, oh, we'll tell you soon enough. I'm like, she's in the hospital. Tell her, like, why she's there. I want to leave. No, you can't leave. Like, she's stuck there, you know. And, you know, it's almost like... And at one point, they strap her in on, like later on when things get crazy. Anyway, my mind kind of went this way. There's a train track, and my mind was going this way, but I went this way. This is a demon dance we do back in the day. Yeah. Anyway. So she's stuck at the hospital, she can't leave, and the killer's killing her. At one point, she has to have a medical examination. Now, here's the thing. The girl in this movie is a former Playboy playmate. Well, she appeared in Playboy, so she's hot. And you have to understand, back in the day, we had no internet. There was no internet in the 80s. So if you want people to watch a movie, there's ways you can do it. You can do it with some stars, or if it was movies like this, you had to bring in the 2 B's, which is boobs and blood. If you had boobs and blood in a horror movie, people will come because there was no internet, so you couldn't watch this on the internet. You had to go outside and actually do stuff back in the day. You actually had to go outside and have fun instead of being inside. And I'm not gonna get into that right now. Anyway, so yeah, so the thing is though, like she's getting examined and they have to pad out the movie, so the examination takes a long time. And I don't know why I'm clapping like this. I guess I got the clap. So, like, the doctor said, I have to examine you. And she, like, they go into her room, she's taking off her dress, but it's behind, like, a curtain. And because, like, there's a bright light, you see her silhouette. And then it gets really creepy. Then another doctor comes in, so these 2 doctors are consulting while they're watching her undress behind this curtain. It's just weird. Then she comes out, and she's wearing, like, a Johnny shirt, you know, one thing, and open it back. And she goes to the examination table, and the doctor just takes it right off her. He's like, lay down, and he does this long examination, so you get to see all her, and he's like doing this stuff with her. So it just takes a long time. I'm like, oh my God, you just get with it. And I'll just get, you know, because at that point I was getting really restless because there wasn't much was going on. He was killing, but then it was stopping, so this was starting to drag. However, once the killing starts again, then the movie is good. At one point, the killer. There's a nurse or a doctor coming down the hall. She's coming down the hall like this, and the killer has like a giant sheet, and he's walking down the hall like this with a giant sheet, and there's like, oh my God, and she's like running, but he's like chasing her with a giant sheet. Oh my God. I'm telling you, this movie's absurd. Certain people in this movie, like the doctors and the characters, because she just wants to leave, and the way they're acting towards her, saying she's crazy and all that stuff, can be a bit annoying, and it can just drive you nuts after a while. You just want to go, stop it, and just slap them upside the head. But once you get into it and start watching more, you realize, okay, that's part of the movie, them being absurd and stuff like that. All in all, I say it's decent. I mean, it's an 80s slasher. I think if you're highly elevated, if you catch my drift, or, you know, drinking some alcohol, you probably might enjoy the movie better. I watched this dead sober, so I wished I did the latter. Other than that, I say it's decent enough. On the heads of Jeff. Come here, Jeffy. Be like those whole movies with the skulls come towards the camera. Anyway, yeah, I'll give it 3. Like I said, it's decent enough. You know, it's an 80s slasher. It's a one and done. They never made a sequel to this. X-Ray, it's made by Cannon Films. Decent flick, honest to God, you know. I liked it for what it was. So, yes, so, day 7. Now we're going to see when we're going to watch on day 8. Let's just see what's happening here. Alright. Off goes your skull. Let's pick a winner again. Oh, snap. Wait, you know what I should do? I should take it first. I gotta shake it before I put it on there. You're ruining the whole thing. You're supposed to do things a certain way. Okay, ruin it this time. Oh, we're gonna take a choke. Alright. Sorry, when I shake Jeff, he gets sick. Poor guy. Oh, what are you doing with my head? I have to go pick a winner. The next movie we're gonna watch is in here, and I have no idea what it's gonna be. Let's see. Let me grab this one. Oh my God, it's another long one. That sucker. Maybe I may win. Let's see who's my next date. Every time I go on a date person, I always ask us, how much? Oh! Final exam. Can you see that? You can see that there. Final exam, 1981. Ooh, it's an exam and it's final. Hopefully that's good. So there we go, boys and girls. Another one in the thing. A week. Doing this for a week. Still got plenty of time to go. That's until the 31st, baby. Here we go. And oh, here it comes. Oh man, here we go. Oh. Well, there you go, kitties. I'll see you tomorrow.